I mean, half true, right? I don't know if it's the CEO, but somebody does. And yeah, Twitch is such a flawed company from ownership down. I can't wait for this shit to be over, bro. I cannot wait for this to be over. I just went and reported her ass. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, obviously. Meanwhile, Meat Canyon gets banned for this. So, it's nuts. Twitch lets low tier god Dale Wilson stream and breaks every rule. I don't know about that. But Twitch doesn't employ its code of conduct fairly and equally. Don't forget they support terrorism and pedophilia. I don't know about pedophilia. Like, actually, wait a minute. Didn't that... Asmon can't get the dick of a reality TV acting pedophile out of...
I'm kicking off Galacta here.
Did you take your medication? Oh my god, what is wrong with you? What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? What does that mean? I think he's probably talking about Donald Trump, right? If I had to guess. What do you mean? Yeah, lukewarm hot take everyone agrees with. Right-wing extremism. I mean, it's... I got to tell you guys this.
Hey, rivals! This day is all
extreme today will be moderate tomorrow. And you will look back and you will say, damn. Do you remember whenever it was that normal? That I am not extreme. I am the most reasonable, centrist, understanding, moderate person out there.
I'm not judging.
Like, I don't really, your opinion, lukewarm. Yeah, exactly. Like, I am the reasonable guy. I am, like, and that's it, surprisingly reasonable. Yeah, exactly. Well, I am the most humble. Why do they hate you and W streamer? They hate everybody. Like, and also, I don't mind that. They want to criticize me, it's fine.
Just a way to go. Character na rin, no?
Try lang mo ba yung first character?
No. Clearly seeing preference driven by Twitch. Yeah, exactly. And anyway, what a shocking thing. And
Sniper.
Mine just wants his buddy Trainwreck's Kick's website to take over. I mean, again, like Stake, parent company of Kick would be bigger than Amazon and Twitch. Sure, right? It's all about Kick. And then also, like, why wouldn't you want Kick to take over if Kick wasn't banning people who were committing sexual assault and you know, like stealing things on stream, right? Like, wouldn't you want to have a platform that holds people accountable for stealing things and assault, sexual assault on stream? Like, for example, like Sam Pepper, whenever he shot a fucking Roman candle at some girl's eye, Kick permabanned him. So Kick actually, in some ways, is doing a better job than Twitch is. So I don't know really how you can say that, like, oh, because there's
boost.
Like, oh, there's gambling on Twitch. There's probably more people watching gambling on Twitch than there is on Kick. So this whole idea that Kick is somehow this bad thing made by a gambling. Oh, right, yeah. Let's all talk about how bad gambling websites are. Well, the NBA and the NFL have fucking advertisements everywhere for sports betting. The reality is that the entire virtue signal for gambling is dead. It's completely dead. It's been and effectively people have killed it. That's it.
Okay lang backline.
Gambling is illegal. I mean, I'd say one is definitely a lot worse than the other. ESPN Bet.
Hey.
Need a follow up on a target. I'll see if I can find it, but she gets banned. I think it's going to be funny to watch the crash out after that. People shouldn't just see crimes as entertainment. It's getting there. Unfortunately,
hopefully ko namatay.
They do it in our statistics class. Oh yeah, I already saw this. I'll make a post. Spawn of Monstro and
naigo ko kayat. Give me that hook, bro. Give me that hook.
Ale, 1v1 daw. 1v1 daw. 1v1 daw. Buwang ka. Yawa.
Give me that hook.
Kill that hook.
Kami nang magpun.
9 minutes left nun daw.
Ha?
9 minutes left.
What the fuck is going on?
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
There we go.
Punot kasi sila.
There it is. I wonder why.
Pasok yung heal food.
Allegedly? It's not alleged.
Kadol ng hook, kadol ng hook.
Grabe, ipatay na ko si Hook. Ay, iguno ko kayo full health dahil.
It's right there in plain sight.
Ala, dahil yung minus.
Yeah, exactly. And post a photo of Hero. Exactly. Yeah, she admits it. She's saying it.
Oh,
I
nakaragawan.
really don't understand it. I really don't. Honestly,
Ba?
repeat sexual assault, yes.
Wait, I need to change hero.
Maybe I should. Honestly, like, if I would love to be the causal factor of the moderation team at this website being removed. I would love that. I would absolutely, I would dream of that day.
Damn, bro.
These morons are ruining the whole
At least
website.
napay next round.
They are. It's embarrassing.
Hmm.
Can
9
Walmart call the
minutes.
cops? I mean, they could, but like they just don't do anything about it. They do it. I mean, I don't know really if I can. I mean, if I could do it, I would. I'll tell you that. Like, I would love to
There's
do that.
evil in this universe. I will be there to balance it.
Vegan Booty is often called the vegan teacher's daughter. She thinks walking
30
your
seconds
dog is
before you
animal
attack.
abuse,
Get
has
ready.
been on the news for calling horses slaves, and
Oo,
believes it's
oo,
okay
oo,
fighting butchers, service workers, and
Really
even
good
Galikot sila.
at their birthday party. The government has banned her
Magtindog kung
Guys,
malikot.
gusto ko malingkod.
W.
I came to fight.
Fucking W.
Ben Shearer. Ben
Baki
Shearer.
ka ba? Baki na lang.
Start to show you why.
battle
The event
starts in
scene
5,
behind her is the
4,
Million Paws
3,
Walk, where families
2,
meet to walk their dogs together and help raise
Go.
funds
To
for
the
those
mission
in
area.
need.
Got it?
Well, Vegan Booty called the event
Perhaps I should have stayed in my cocoon.
Participate in.
protest.
Really? That's the worst one? What about like I don't know.
No, balikod.
I require some aid. I feel better already.
I require some aid.
Iyakot na mo.
Hmm. Nago.
Uy, grabe yung healing na nila, boy. Grabe, di na ako mag-birthday ko. Okay.
Critically, however, Vegan Booty only dogs herself, which she tied to a leash and used it to pull her while she skated. It's pretty funny how
Somber.
you're protesting, yet you have a dog pulling you. Pretty hypocritical, and the hypocrisy didn't stop there. Because Vegan Booty
Iyakot. Grabe yung damage ba?
disrupting 35,000 spectators because she thought her cause was way more important. In a satisfying turn of events,
Remember what I said before about
Tatay, di mo na ako nung kaya, boy.
stuff is performative? It's all. This is
Yung
How
exactly
do you defeat
what I'm
that?
talking about. This is exactly it, man. This is
Eh, pati ang
Yep. Attention whores? Absolutely. Not even a question.
Ah, tangina mo.
the stunts, yet this wasn't too expensive for the experiment to provide it.
Would you do it all again? Yes. 100%.
However, at around the same time,
Uy, maraming final boss, ah.
That's the reason why she's doing that. She's doing it for attention. If you ban this girl off social media, she'd stop now.
Isaac Butterfield
Alala.
viral for his vegan videos featuring Twitch in the world of TikTok.
You belong to me. Bong, double kill. Triple kill. Nasaan ba? Yung atay mo na nasaan.
Ratio as Isaac's audience often their bellies.
Dagan ho.
It therefore slammed Vegan Booty again.
Meat's amazing. It's delicious. Those shanks give me the willies. Too much like a bad memory. Delicious. And guess what, bitch? I'm gonna have a big dirty steak for dinner. I hope you enjoy your broccoli.
Yet with comments such as who else came from Isaac's channel, this was only helping Vegan Booty grow. She'd use her newly found fame to launch a vegan clothing company, spoofing the anti-social social club to instead read anti-cruelty club. Well,
Okay.
well, Isaac then launched his own anti-vegan social club, leading Vegan Booty to
What
Oh
the hell,
my
bro? That's my...
God.
she discusses Isaac Butterfield's
Back to Wanda.
I think it is. I think that a lot of people don't like vegans because there is a degree of sanctimoniousness.
Kaya to ni guys,
And
go.
people don't like being judged or told what to do. there are a lot of vegans, and I'm gonna even go as far to say that the vast majority of vegans, 95 to 90%
Tawa nga
of
ho.
vegans, you wouldn't know that they're a vegan because that's just the way that they live their life. Now, they might bring it up if you go out to dinner or something. Yeah, of course, right? But in general, most people that are vegan are just people that eat
Grabe.
types diets, and that's it. It's not a big deal. However, there is this contingency of
Go, 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 go.
that has this, it's again like the sanctimonious nature, right? Telling other people what to do. In general, don't go around telling other people what to do. And if you do that, they're not going to like you.
Than that vegan
No.
teacher.
He literally has shirts
Okay.
made that say
what's that?
anti-vegan club.
The pair
That's what
became
they
so
say.
close
Again,
that they
again.
called each other family.
Note na natagdan.
Kailan lang?
Hey mom, how you going?
However, it was obvious vegan food was the crazier of the two. She began
That's hard to do. That's impressive, bro. Like, that's really, damn, all right.
infiltrating supermarkets wearing an animal onesie before standing in the milk section, dissuading shoppers from their purchase. For obvious reasons, staff weren't too happy about this, and even after being ejected, she still yelled outside the store.
Her baby's
Man,
It's your
I want
girl,
to say
Glenn.
again, I say this every time that one of these performative protesters is getting exposed. There's a reason this woman is doing it here and not in China or in Singapore. Or apparently North Korea has smartphones. I wanted to watch this. I thought it was really interesting. Testing North Korea's illegal smartphones.
These are two extremely rare phones from North Korea.
Oh, wow.
And it's kind of insane
your
that I'm even
hero.
holding
Look
them.
at all
The
this.
North
Or
Korean
villain.
population
I'm
is
not
so
How'd you get 'em?
cut off from the outside world that
Yeah.
it's almost impossible to even get a text message out, let alone two
Wow.
fully functional smuggled phones that show us in crystal clear detail what it's actually like to be a North Korean citizen. So this is
Isn't it crazy how North Korea is effectively like just a total fucking lockdown shithole?
Be wary.
Like in today's day and age, like we have people that are living like with total freedom. They're able to go on the web and, you know, do anything they want. And like in North Korea, like you're basically fucking a prisoner. Isn't that nuts? It's like a time
It's the
capsule.
AM701. It's one of the country's budget phones. Just to give you an idea of how little is known about this stuff, you can Google the phone's name and nothing will come up.
30
Damn.
seconds before you
And
attack.
the second
Get
is the
ready.
Nobody-
Samsung 8, which is a flagship.
Sam T-Sung? Yeah, I seen these at the flea market.
I will bring
Right next to the Pokemans and the PlayStations.
I will never allow Krakoa to
North Korean
suffer the
phone.
same
Again, this is
fate as
different to
Genosha.
South Korea's Samsung, which translates to 3 stars. This is Sam Taesung, which translates to 3 huge stars. You're going to be seeing a lot of this whole my dad could totally beat up your dad.
Oh my
But
god.
that's because convincing North Koreans that they are superior to South
you need to do
Koreans,
is
that they
capture
are
the mission
morally
area.
pure.
So that's
Got
the
it?
entire goal, is just that South Korea sucks.
stepped on something
Their entire identity.
And this time
And militarily stronger is about the most effective way
Oh
of
my
keeping them
God.
loyal to the government. And it's pretty clear when you look at these phones that the smartphone is playing a
Yeah.
big part in it. I'm trying to show you this right now by trying to type on these phones. So if I write Namhang, this means South
Yeah.
Korea. The second that I hit the space button, that gets all
Mission area is yours to capture now.
Damn! Damn! They just do that, huh?
bonkers seeing censorship this explicit happening in real time in front of my eyes. You physically cannot send the word Namhan, even if you try, which shows just how committed North Korea's government is to sustaining its narrative that South Korea is this inferior, less individual country that just blindly follows whatever the US asks them to. Other ways of wording it, like Republic of Korea, that doesn't even get corrected. That just turns straight into asterisks.
So you just can't even say it. North Korea doesn't even exist.
You're a child and you just try to make your Club Penguin username a swear word. And you can actually see the censorship becoming more invasive as time is going on. Because if we use this Halo phone, which came a few months before, this one lets you write North Korea as
okay.
North Korea. But
Right.
Sam Taesung doesn't even let you do that.
Wait.
The only way to
Real Korea?
is Joseph, the traditional name for the Korean kingdom. And in South Korea,
I see. So they don't even recognize that there's a distinction. Yeah, there's no North Korea, just Korea. It's all Korea.
It gets worse because
South Korea doesn't exist.
secured these rooms in the first place, and those basement I'm sitting in right now, they've probed around and found all sorts of extra oddities in the software. Like, if you type Kim Jong-un, the name of the current leader, it will make the text bold the second you finish the word. Or how all sorts of...
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
This is like if a fucking tyrannical 12-year-old took over a country. It is. It's like a 12-year-old thought up these rules.
I feel better already. South Korean slang is just subtly corrected to the more proper North Korean approved way of saying
Right.
because some of this slang originates in some capacity with the amazing spider. Then the North doesn't want their population to even indirectly experience that. That's right. The single craziest example of this is the blue tiger. This is a common South Korean expression that can be used to mean either older brother or in slang terms, boyfriend.
이거 좀 따주세요, 오빠.
Which in itself does raise a few questions. On these North Korean drones, though, it corrects the word to comrade. The company...
Comrade. Okay, I got it.
This got it. Used to describe your siblings. Imagine...
So it has to even tell you, holy shit, it's telling you why you can't use the word that way.
Better already. Getting a slang word. That's moderation on a level that I have never experienced.
That's nuts.
But I would say even more significant than it's correct. The biggest factor in controlling information going in and out of North Korea, and the main reason that the country is still this cryptic bubble and we barely know these phones even exist, is the internet situation.
Let me guess. You can't use the internet that well. Please. And there's a bunch of...
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Look at this.
There's no internet.
You can swipe down from the top and you see your control panel that looks basically the same.
against the
wall. Absolutely nothing happens.
I would have never guessed. So you can't use the internet on the phone.
Let's go into settings. There isn't even a Wi-Fi icon at all. It's like
that's smart. You know, you're never going to use it anyway. Why even have it?
You would consider the future could be as accessible.
The internet doesn't even exist.
Something that even resembles Wi-Fi. It's this.
What's this?
It's called Mirai, and it needs so many details from you, including your government ID and an authenticated North Korean physical SIM card that it's...
Oh my god.
Pretty safe to assume everything you do while using it can be traced right back to you.
Holy shit.
All of that. This still doesn't get you onto the internet.
Oh, what a surprise. Digital ID, yeah.
All this can get you is access to a highly curated North Korean intranet where you can look...
Okay. So this is back, and like again, you go to the flea market and you see like there's something called the Super Game Machine, and it looks kind of like a Super Nintendo, but it only has like 3 arcade games on it, and it doesn't work. I feel like this is basically the same thing.
But specifically government-approved TV, news, propaganda, and apps. More on that in a bit, but the key thing to know for now is it doesn't look like it would be a great experience. The app itself tells you to expect speeds between 2 and 33 megabits per second.
Pentagram of Good medicine.
Less than a 14th of the speeds that South Koreans are getting on their property.
Damn!
North Korea's leaders are saying this.
What a shithole!
They give their population armed and dangerous. It's game over for being able to control the way they act.
Exactly.
But at the same time, they can't give the people nothing if they're trying to convince them that their country is truly superior to all others. Hence, this careful substitution of traditional Wi-Fi features.
So it's like a whole fake internet. And it makes them think that, oh my god.
For this highly traceable Wi-Fi equivalent that reinforces national pride as opposed to diluting it. But those speeds are so dated. And to be honest,
Yeah,
everything
I bet.
about using both of these phones feels dated. Like,
I
it's
wonder
pretty
why.
sad that this Samsung Sun
is
is
not
one
to
of
be
their modern
owned,
flagship
but to be
phones.
felt.
Yes.
It was only released recently in
Open your
2023
eyes.
in North Korea. It was priced pretty close to $1,000, but it looks like
Well,
a
how do they have any? Do they even have
be the
money over
light.
there?
mid-range Huawei phone from
Yeah, this.
30
Yeah,
seconds
look at
before
this.
you
Here
attack.
it is.
Get ready.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I had a phone like this in 2014.
2021. Actually, let me be clear. It really looks like a mid-range Huawei phone from 2021. I'm almost getting
Yeah.
deja vu looking at it. The way the camera module has an identical style and position.
Oh,
The way
wow.
the body and the screen
Wait, so did they just copy it?
Battle starts
curves
in
around
5,
in a seemingly
4,
identical way.
3,
Even this incredibly
2,
unique
1.
Huawei-style cutout around
All
the
you need to do
buttons
is
and this
capture the
red
mission
line in the
area.
middle of the power
Got
key
it?
is the same. Plus,
Gotta make
It's not the same. It's worse. But yeah.
for security reasons, I've got to keep the IMEI number hidden. But when we traced it back, it does look like this phone was manufactured in China, just like Huawei. So I think there's
So so China makes these shitty fake phones for North Koreans? Oh my god.
Just the boost I need.
two possible explanations. Why this phone was actually secretly made by Huawei themselves and supplied to North Korea for them to add to the software later. Or Samsung just decided, we like the look of that one, let's copy it. Because you're about to see this yourselves, but so much of the content on these phones is copied content already. Why not the phone design too?
Yeah, sure.
Also that, unlike the Huawei, that this looks so similar to, this phone does have a thicker bezel and a notch. This extremely tasteless font on show throughout the whole user interface.
Yeah, it looks like a jailbroken phone. Like you have to like this is like a phone that like a hacker in a
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Face, and then the only form of branding on the camera is a feebly written 64 megapixel that gives me phone which is getting extremely poor grainy image quality all around.
It's just a piece of shit. What a surprise.
And even though there are 3 cameras on the back of this phone, there is still no ultra wide and no zoom. So both
Oh my god. I wonder if we're gonna see the end of North Korea in our lifetimes. I think that we will. I don't think this can go on for too much longer.
extra cameras are just useless.
I hope so.
A trend that, globally speaking, started to die out pretty fast after 2020. And so the idea that this thing released in 2023 with that kind of setup shows the time lag that we're operating with here. And then on the flagship Samsung, the camera is super buggy. We couldn't even get it to flip around to the rear cameras. It's also got this really unusual watermark plastered over it.
Wait, so they put
together. We are in this together.
So they put a watermark right over your face. I think maybe they just read 1984 and they used that as like a checklist. Maybe that's what they did.
When we reverse, it spells out, please contact Hynetron. Now, I did a little digging. Hynetron is a small, private, China-based company who...
So they are, yeah, there you go.
Makes a lot of smartphone parts. So it kind of looks here like they've supplied...
They detected he's not Asian.
But then North Korean Samsung has just like not paid their license fee or something. Regardless though of whether this phone is a secret Huawei collab or just a blatant rip-off, it doesn't change the fact that it is terrible value when you consider the global market. But that makes a lot of sense. With North Korea, we're talking about a very unusual market that has almost no competitive pressure. There's almost no incentive to give people cutting-edge tech. And if anything,
Can't even open up the Wi-Fi. Yeah, you can. Like, there's a button, you can click the button, it doesn't do anything.
the more dated the tech, the simpler
Don't
it is,
mess
and
with the
therefore
amazing
the easier it is going to be to control. That would also explain why the payoff is still running Android 10 with seemingly no ability to update beyond that, and why Samsung is on Android 11, making it 5 years worth of updates.
This is pretty good. I would expect worse than that.
Let me show you what I mean by
I'll be honest.
So there is a with a no word logo. You open it up and it gives you the option but I can assure you what you're getting here are not Microsoft apps. Not even close to functionality.
This is just Samsung Notes. So they basically they call it Microsoft Word, and it's just a notepad.
I feel better.
Oh man!
I would go as far as to say that at least
Why am I not surprised?
the icons that you see on these phones are stripped directly from other companies.
Yeah, I can see that.
Manager and Compass. Those are basically Huawei icons. They're very slightly reskinned. Maps is an almost one-to-one of Google Maps icon. This random game uses the same icon as the Mobi Office work application. But let's just zoom out for a second.
What a
Even
shithole.
the official Samsung wallpaper. I'm pretty sure they have literally just downloaded the wallpaper from an Honor phone and then
Another epic victory! Big win!
Wow. That's crazy.
added an aid to it. If I go over here to the About phone
Are the apps
section,
even in English? I don't know.
I recognize that image. That image is actually stripped straight from the promo material of the completely different looking Huawei Mate 30 Pro phone from years ago.
So they got China making these things. That's what it has to be, right?
Yeah, it
Has
is
to be
serving
China.
as the poster image for the Samsung 8, which makes me side with the theory that this is a
This is why China sucks. They steal things. No, you don't understand. This is stolen from China. Like, a lot of these things, yeah, some of them are from, like, fucking Google or whatever, but the majority of these are stolen from China. It's China's phone.
of Huawei as opposed to made by Huawei. Because
Yeah, it's
if it was
double
made
stolen.
by Huawei, surely the company
Pick your
would use an
hero
image that at least
or
matched
villain.
the
I'm
design
not
of the
judging.
phone.
I
There's a
guess
whole
not.
library of informational videos that you can buy as part of North Korea's
Informational
internet. Like this one,
videos?
all about the football club. Arsenal.
don't
And on the
have to
face of
be
it,
a
you're like, oh,
witch
this is
to
really
find the
premium,
magic
how
in this
professionally
world.
produced.
But
Yeah,
it does
wow.
help.
Closer, and you can see this is actually ripped straight from an Amazon Prime series. It's just instead of Stay in the Game, it's titled Sweat for the Win. And
Okay.
it's got the logo of a North Korean company.
So they just, wait,
No matter the
so they stole it from, and then they just put their own logo. Oh my god.
Plastered across the entire length of it.
Wow.
So there's literally no way that this North Korean
It's a
company
knockoff
could
of a
have
knockoff,
bought
yeah.
the license to sell this content, since there are literally
30
sanctions
seconds
on
before you
US
attack.
companies like
Right.
Amazon
Ready?
for collaborating with them. There's games too, tons of them, but I just want to show you this football game for a second.
Oh
It
my
opens with,
God.
bizarrely, the same logo that we just saw on the Amazon Prime show, so it seems like this is some sort of
So it's just everything. Everything is this app.
large-scale media redistribution
Right.
route who's taking international content and making it North Korea compliant.
The battle
Then we see the
starts in
boot up screen
5,
with the game's title
4,
being International
3,
Soccer League.
International Soccer
one.
League? What the fuck?
2.0.
Messi?
Which is just so
Why does Messi have elf
Got it?
ears?
interesting, because this shot of Messi's face, I reverse image
Uh-huh.
searched it, is not from International Soccer League 2.0, but instead a screen grab from a trailer of Japanese-made Pro Evolution Soccer. The upper
So everything is stolen. Wow. Okay.
thing that I think is absolutely fascinating about this football game is the Asian players missing. Like, you
What?
can select the team, Tottenham Hotspur, with all the correct roster as of
Yeah.
2022 when the game was launched, but with the only South Korean member of that team, Son Heung-min, not present. They just
So they South Korea just doesn't exist. Nobody from South Korea exists. Nothing. Wow.
chopped it. Again, presumably to not show North Koreans that South Koreans have international athletic careers. In fact, just the general situation with apps in North Korea is so different to what you and I are used to. The first thing that jumps out is there's just so many of them. Like, have you ever seen this many apps pre-installed on a smartphone? This right here is a medicine app. But
What?
A medicine app where you can order whatever you might need for home delivery. There's maps.
That's
with
nice.
navigation too. Although, fascinatingly, it doesn't show a clear dividing line between North and South Korea, and also doesn't
What?
let you zoom any
Destiny
further out
awaits.
than the country itself.
Everything else is grayed out except for Korea. Oh man. I need one of these, but for Texas. Yeah, I've been wanting this for a while.
Progress has passed the halfway
itself, it's a little bit
It's
more
not unlocked
advanced
yet,
than I was
yeah.
expecting in some ways too. Like there's a store here where you can buy things like smartwatches,
Yeah.
using an electronic wallet as part of the internet. It's also on this film. Really surprised to see the first logo was very clear, just an NBC ripoff. This is in my opinion with even the option for sport betting, as well as.
So wait a minute. Are you telling me that everything else is in the past except for gambling? That's the one thing that they're up to date with. That's the one thing they're locked into. They're on the cutting edge of gambling.
Just a pretty hefty catalogue of video content that you can download on plans. But you can also see that the North Korean government's influence permeates every layer of this. Even the types of movies available. I couldn't find one from the US or South Korea. Wow. The movies, loads of them.
So you can just watch Russian movies about how great communism is. Okay.
That makes sense. Which movies does the North Korean population like the most? It's which movies does the Russian population to watch.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that it's all filled with Russian content since Russia is one of North Korea's closest political allies. Russian ideologies line up very closely to North Korean ones. There's also weirdly a bunch of Indian movies, including one.
What? Indian movies? What the fuck?
Calling for medical assistance.
So nothing woke? I don't know. I don't think so.
I've seen before, like Three Idiots. The link between North Korea and India isn't as clear cut, but the guys from Dalian K have a theory that Indian culture hits a bit of a sweet spot. It's kind of different enough to seem exotic and interesting to North Koreans, but while still not posing a threat to their culture in a way that.
That's like the biggest diss that you could possibly give somebody. Yeah, no, it's okay. No, people can, everybody in our nation state, they can watch your country, and we're not, no, they don't want to be like you. They're so certain that everybody will see it and then not want to be like that they just let people see it even in North Korea. That's wild.
Western content.
It's fucked up, yeah, it is.
There's just a whole load of apps that feel not just guided by the government, but directly requested by them. Like this one is entirely biographies of past and current North Korean rulers. Something else
Yeah, I wonder who has that.
I've never seen before is a general guidance app, which is split into 4 categories: laws, regulations, illegal.
So it's just all the. Oh my god!
Dictionary, and then.
So they got all these rules.
It really is exactly what it sounds like. It's so strange. How should we legally understand the family?
How should we legally understand the family? What's the scope of relatives? Can't relatives marry? What is same-sex marriage? Please click on that.
Believe it or not, relatives. How does relatives marry? I wonder if the idea is giving every single person the same set of ideologies and learnings, and even there's like a humor section here, so that they effectively become the same person.
Like robots. Yeah.
Squash individuality. It's like cooking, which guides you through how to make traditional North Korean cuisine. And
so, like, is it bad if you make it the wrong way? I wonder.
These more official looking apps, they open by first showing you a famous quote from one of their leaders, which is
so the app will just give you inspirational quotes from Kim Jong-un? I love it, bro. This is amazing.
Feels like something you see on the loading screen of a dystopian video game.
Yeah.
Why is this one
Delta? Yeah, Delta. What the fuck?
With a big emphasis on offline play, which is true, but the whole phone experience is.
So there's offline play. I wonder why they want you, why you have to be able to play offline. Jeez, guys. Maybe is it because you can't use the fucking internet? Yeah, I bet that might be it.
It's actually wild how much you've been able to show and do. And that's all, no doubt, because the internet situation in North Korea is so sketchy.
Oh my god.
Crazy amount of stuff on both of these phones. But there's a very good reason for that. See, getting new apps is not as easy for North Koreans as it is for us. They have an app store. You can download it on your own. And I can't actually quite wrap my head around how this is the reality. You can't open those apps until you've taken your phone to an in-person store.
This sounds like a restriction that Blizzard would think of. This is like,
Foot soldiers down.
you know, there's like a new way to get like a legendary quest item, and they cooked this one up, right? After like fucking 6 months. Like, yeah, this is like a phone designed by the people that made Battle for Azeroth.
Together.
Where they will authorize them to use and download the necessary backend data for them to function. And believe it or not, there's an extra wrinkle that comes with this. Your apps in North Korea expire. So this one here is telling which one out. So it's basically asking if you pay for 6 months or for 12 months.
So you have to pay money just to have an app on your phone? Oh my god. I bet Apple's jealous of them.
A bit of a discount.
Yeah.
Every app, they paid subscription.
Apps expired.
Like the laws of North Korea. Bearing in mind, North Korea is one of the poorest countries in the world. So
No way! Really? Never fall! I wonder why.
3.4% of that of South Koreans. This year.
So for every $100 a person in South Korea makes, a North Korean makes $3. Yeah, you better not let them get the internet. I can see why you don't want them to get the internet.
Feels like a pretty tough pill to swallow. I think it's likely that just the concept of being able to sustain a large library of apps is a luxury that very few will be able to afford.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a good point. Maybe they have all the apps there, so it gives the perception of abundance, right? It's like, wow, look at our smartphone. We've got way more apps than, you know, shitty Samsung. Samsung is bad. Not like our phone, Super Samsung. Look at how many apps we have. That's what it's got to be, right?
I'm kicking
And that's
off Rivals
assuming
Day
you
by
can even
coming
afford
to
the
Earth
phone in
and
the
what?
first place.
It's
Now, even
your
if you did
girl.
find a way to sideload your apps without going to a physical store for that authorization, or if you found a way to get around the app expiration system, which we realize you could temporarily do just by changing the date on your phone to an earlier one, there's a very important reason why you might not want to try that in North Korea.
Why is that?
And it's called Red Flag. Red Flag is an underlying layer of surveillance software that appears on all phones sold in North Korea. We know it exists because we can see the effects of it, and I'm
Oh, shit.
told older versions used to be really easy to see and get around, but in these newer phones, Red Flag is now baked into the lowest level of the Android software, making it almost untraceable and impenetrable. Plus, it blocks off developer settings, which you can normally unlock by tapping this build number several times, meaning that it stops you figuring out what is really going on behind the scenes. But the idea of Red Flag is to persistently make sure that what you're doing on your phone is legitimate. So every file, every app, every photo that you take has a digital signature, a record that signals to the phone where that file originated from.
Jesus. The UK is probably watching this, taking notes.
Red Flag makes sure that the only files or apps that can be opened on these phones are either ones with the North Korean government signature or a self-signature, which is files that originate from the phone itself, photos from your camera. Anything else originating from anyone else won't have an approved signature.
So unless it's North Korea,
will not open. It'll just get automatically deleted by the software when it's sent to one of these phones. Now, that doesn't seem to have stopped people from trying to get unauthorized content. There's an extensive report from Martin Williams and Nicholas Schultz, which goes into how some would try to skirt the system by opening foreign files via the phone's web browser. But now that the signature checks are happening on a deeper device level, it can pick those up. It doesn't want to.
Jesus. And I bet now, because it's like Red Flag, we'll use a flag to alert people. So like if you accidentally download an image of like Kim Jong-un being fatter than he actually is, like I guess like you just die, right? Like that's it. Like you're just like that's the end for you. Like you're going to a work camp forever. Yeah, they never seen again? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there was a Daily Mail report last year that mentioned while North Koreans couldn't store outside videos on their phones, they could insert SD cards containing the material into their phones instead.
And that's why they have the screenshots now.
However, there is one final, very sinister surveillance feature designed to detect these devices. Both of them will take periodic screenshots as you're using them. You know,
that's what I see. Yeah. See, they knew. You can't let this happen.
These screenshots can be taken in the same way that you would expect to. But you know, it's like because I can actually show you the folder that I've installed. I can see this has actually been taking screenshots today while I've been recording this video. The frequency of the shots seems to vary, but it's many times per day. All you can do is look. You can't click on them, you can't check them, you can't delete them. Now, whether you to the government continuously, or if they just use...
Well, I mean, what do you think? What do you think? The app is called Red Flag. What do you think the odds are that it's sending all the information directly to the government? Now you I don't know, guys. I'd say it's probably somewhere around 100%. Yeah, I'd say something like that. You want this here? Oh, yeah. I totally want the country to be like North Korea. That's exactly what I mean.
Doubts about you and wants to specifically confirm the suspicions, then yes. But would you want to risk it in North Korea? Based on accounts from people who've escaped, this is a country which, since at least 2020, has had a law that spells out distributing and even just watching South Korean entertainment is punishable by death. People
How is it that I do that? Yeah, you know, I just had a feeling that that's what it was going to be. Yeah, what a surprise.
distribute this content are tried alongside drug criminals. It's considered the same tier of crime, which says a lot about the priorities of the regime. So it really feels like every part of these devices, from the words you're allowed to type to the videos you're allowed to watch, are designed to reinforce a single narrative.
Right.
North Korea is superior, foreign influence dangerous,
Is bad.
and everything we do is being watched.
Man.
It makes me very grateful for how easy tech is made for the rest of us. And compared to the hour that it would take to go to a physical store to install a single app on a North Korean phone, how does it take to install an entire internet connection with saving us
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, like, the level of complexity and like the amount of censorship that country has is nuts. Like it's I wonder what actual North Koreans believe like the world is like, right? If you could just interview them and ask them, like, are they actually brainwashed? Do they have an idea? Like, I wonder where they're at.
Let's do 5 gigabytes, $10.99.
They hate it? Yeah, we'll never know. I think it will eventually know.
Why would Apple Pay?
Gotta give him props. He's the best dictator out there. I mean, I would say... Is he that guy? Yeah, he kind of is.
That's not bad at all. That's basically why I'm using and because they support almost every country, it doesn't matter where you're going, you can just have one app for all your travels. So Saley.com/boss and use the code BOSS for an extra 15% off.
Wow. Well, thank God I don't live in North Korea. Holy shit, that is insane. Like, and they even have a surveillance program on there that screenshots everything that you do multiple seconds. Wow, they actually think Americans are cannibals? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Did the interview escapees? What'd they say? They basically believe they're living in the Fallout universe. Oh, so they think that everywhere else has been destroyed by like nuclear radiation. Here, I'll link you guys the video. This is really good. I didn't even know they had smartphones over there. Honestly, like I kind of assumed that they didn't. So yeah, the phone probably gets really hot. Imagine how hot it gets if you download the wrong app. Yeah, imagine that. That's really bad. Screenshot just like Microsoft wants to do. Yeah, people don't want it, right? But yeah, North Korea, 90% of people there believe the Supreme Leader was born on the highest mountain in the country, under a double rainbow. The Supreme Leader was born on the highest mountain in the country under a double rainbow. Oh my God. I heard that the Kim Jong-un's father played golf one time. He got a hole-in-one in every single hole. Every